this is what $100 of boat parts looks like. But now we can put the exhaust back in. Oh, what is up, YouTube? Just got home from work. Parts came in for the boat, so we're gonna start slapping those in. Got the exhaust coupler and the new flapper valve. I already put the flapper in preemptively. I'll show you guys quickly what that looks like. It's 2 little rubber plugs that get pressed in. Just make sure you orient the flap. The motor's pushing exhaust out, so make sure it's one-way flap. So make sure it's going out towards the exhaust on the bottom of the boat from the J-pipe. So got that dropped in. 2 little plastic plugs get pressed in on each side. You'll see it in a minute. Then we got the coupler to slide in, wrestle the hose clamps on, and we'll be good. So I'll bring you guys over and we'll take a look. Flappers go down here, middle coupler, all of these gotta go back on. Finish that up real quick and then we should be good to go. Alright, we're finally about ready to start cleaning this up. Here we are in the boat. Here is the flap for the exhaust. Like I said, this was not there when I had this apart, and while this is all apart now, it's just easier to go through and do all that now. So 2 little rubber plugs, little squares, and these press in around the shaft on each side. So drop this in. Exhaust is going to come up through here and down, and it'll push this open, and then when you let off the throttle and water tries coming back in, it'll hit that flapper. Stops it from coming back up into the motor, and I know it's high J-pipe, so it might not be that big of a deal, but while it's apart, I might as well just fix it. So now we are down to a brand new coupler, and then we get to wrestle these things back together. Hopefully they go smoothly. I'm going to preemptively start getting some of these clamps set for now. Don't know how I'm going to wrestle these back together yet, so just get them started. I should be able to get 4 of the smaller ones onto that bottom pipe first. Don't know which one's going to have more wiggle room in terms of wrestling these on, but we'll figure that out when we get to it. That's not grabbing. Much better. Alright, so I got 4 clamps here. New rubber. Leave this up here on the sun deck for a minute, warm that up, and then we'll start trying to wrestle this back up. A little lube on here. I'm going to loosely set these on here for now, because I don't know where they need to go exactly yet. Gonna get interesting. I think I got a new one of these too, misordered. So let me see if I got that. Got a new one. So we'll see if this will fit any better. Softer rubber and all. Like so. Bottoms out like it's supposed to, and then you get your little flange on the inside here. Just hitting this with a little PB blaster to make it a little easier to slide on and off. Alright, so that'll go something like that. Loop some clamps around on here. Now the fun parts. This is going to be much easier to do if you pull the manifold, but I don't want to do that right now. I don't have to. We are in luck. Brand new rubber, nice and soft. hands off. I got PB Blaster all over me now. So I'm going to wiggle this around until I can get this to slide back up to about here. The upper, new rubber right there. Old one's down here. So that's about the same. The bottom one, there's a little bit of a groove here. So what I'm going to do is actually line up the top one and then keep this flush on this little lip that kind of formed here. Right there. Make sure that that wiggles down like it's supposed to. Still have plenty of meat to catch both the upper with 2 clamps on each. So now we got that kind of laid out. Center pipe is lined up where it should be. So we'll loosen these clamps a hair. And you're gonna want 2 clamps on each is how they're set up from the factory. So we'll start at the bottom and start working our way up. Nice and tight down low. And our second one's gonna drop right above it, right here. There are lips on this little fitting, so there's 2. And I think technically you want to rotate these a bit so you don't have all the pressure points in one spot, but we'll get our last clamp up top. That should be good. Then we'll move on to the upper. Alright, bottom one was pretty easy. Top one I can't get the clamps on first because I won't have enough room to flex the pipe to make that work. But we are pretty much locked and loaded here. It's just coming down pretty much flush with that little lip to stop it from going too far. Now, we'll wrap these things back around and try and get these started. It will be better about rotating the direction on these worm drive clamps or hose clamps. I don't know how big of a deal that actually is, but if I can gap them out a little bit better, I'll try. One of 4. Right, 2 of 4. And last but not least, we got one more of these guys up top. Man, you'd think by the last one of 8 I would have remembered to center them first, but not the case. Go. And let's go over here. Just like that, we are tight, we are snug. Rip each of these down once more. And we should be good. That should conclude pretty much the motor. I haven't really changed anything else. The only issue is this wire I don't want over through here. I want this to come back around. Got the hot leads for the voltmeter set up over here. Run that through these zip ties that need to be tightened. Once get the rest of that laid out. Actually, we can do that right now while I'm over here. And that ought to do it. I'll keep one extra hose clamp in here too, because those might come in handy if we have any issues. Never know on a boat, I guess. And then I'll start cleaning up. So, find out how well that works tomorrow when we get out on the water. There you have it. That's the exhaust couplers without removing the J-pipe and the intake. Don't have any leaks up there that we found yet, so hopefully it stays that way. Got her all buttoned up. We got the seats back on, covers back in, motor is done-ish. Battery's back in, so we are in pretty good shape. Everything is kind of going back together now. Tested it, the voltmeter is working proper, so that's good. Here's the issues. Let's see, where do I start? Here's the voltmeter. I need to put an inline switch so I can disconnect that. I don't need that draining the battery extensively. It's good for tonight, and then I'm gonna leave the thing on the charger tonight anyway, so that should be fine. But we're at 12.5 right now. This isn't gonna pull much. Here's the problem, the radio. It's a Bluetooth. It's advertised as a Bluetooth. Technically, by legal reasons, it is a Bluetooth. However, it is a Bluetooth for your phone only. It will not stream Bluetooth. So it's kind of like Dottie's car, 2011, where it's Bluetooth, but it's not really like modern Bluetooth. I should have read the descriptions better, but FM radio works. Not that we're going to use that all that much. No CD player at all. We got a little speaker. We'll be fine for this weekend. And I'll look into getting a better one that actually does streaming Bluetooth, because that's the thing. And then I'm like, oh, well, there's a USB port. Same thing on the USB port. It will play off of a little micro USB scan disc. If you make a playlist, it will not play off of your phone. Bummer, I'm an idiot. Didn't read the full description, just bought the cheapest thing I could, and that's what you get when you do that. So, bummed on that one, but trim stuff is working. I'm gonna adjust the trim gauge, and then I need to figure out the nav lights, which is gonna be really hard to do because it's way too sunny out. So I'm gonna start messing around with that, and then we should be good to go. Let's see if this can, if we can resolve all the problems before it goes back in the water. All right, well, we're pretty much done now. Just recorded the last little bit of this and realized I didn't have the mic hooked up, so no audio. We'll redo it. Here's what ended up happening on the nav lights. On the base of this, took a knife and sharpened, or basically cut all the plastic away so these terminals are exposed. There's not much there, focus. Not much there, but there's enough to bite down there. I pulled this little housing off, checked it for voltage. I did have 12 volts there. That should lock right in. Now if we come up to the front, same thing on the front side. These weren't working either. Went under the dash, messed around with the switches. Moved them. I think I got one dead side of the switch. I don't know which one's which on a boat. But if we come over here, I at least got it hooked up so nav lights don't do anything. If I click it on to anchor, ANC, maybe that's anchor, hopefully. That's on now. And like I said, terminals are pretty loose, but we get lights. So if I move this at all, it's really weak connection, so I'm gonna have to readjust that. I wanna look into that a little bit further, and then we come around to the front. I know we're in the sun right now, but green, red, working. Now I got working lights. If we come back around this time tomorrow night, that should be all good to go. We'll jump back up here, click these back off. Definitely not right, but it's working for us. So add that to the list. I do want to replace these switches because they're not getting power lights. All the switches should have little lights that light up when they're on. None of that's hooked up, and I don't know. That's a simple little task. I think it's not too bad behind that gauge cluster. Actually, way easier than a car. And that'll pretty much wrap this one up. So we got stereo in that needs to be replaced again because I bought the wrong head unit. And exhaust is hooked up. All the lights are working. Trailer lights are rewired and hooked up. Just put a plate mount on there, so we'll put the temporary tag on there. Wisconsin bill of sale transferred into an Illinois title surprisingly well, so really happy on that one. Other than that, we're ready for a holiday weekend on the water. Still waiting on the registration stickers for Illinois, but that'll take forever. And now it's just a matter of figuring out how to drive a boat better. Kind of got the hang of it last time, didn't wreck nothing. didn't sink. I feel like that's a win-win. So that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all those fun things. We'll be getting back into Harley stuff pretty soon, but Labor Day weekend, boat weather is coming, and I only got about 2-3 weeks left of enjoying this new toy before it's got to get parked. So catch you guys on the next one.